I should note that I want you to guess which one is mine.
Yes, which one is yours? If I get it correct,
Yes.
will we discuss it?
Yes. If you get it correct, I will tell you.
If you get mine correct, I can discuss it.
Yours is very obvious. I've seen these.
So, everyone, this is Web.
You might know me as Web. I'm sometimes Sarah.
And we will be reviewing each entry. Alright,
I have
so...
to look at your thing that you did. Hold on. If you... Yeah, I want that. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'll just select that. So Harmony, would you like to talk about your piece? I just realized I forgot to vote, by the way. I looked at them and was like, oh, those are nice, and I didn't vote. I'll probably vote after. I'm pulling it up right now, actually. I'm gonna pull it up right now and vote with this.
So you can vote as we're discussing everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched the entire movie again before I drew this.
Oh, hell yeah, it saved all my answers. Let's go. Alright. So yeah, this one's obviously yours. It was... Jirachi is very cute.
It's so awesome.
Jirachi is baby in this
Jirachi is baby.
It just reminds me of that one clip from the movie where it's like Max is like, get rid of the problems, and Jirachi just like, screw you, May.
I saw that and couldn't stop laughing. I forgot that was a thing, and I watched it, and it's like, get rid of the problem. Okay. May disappears.
It's hilarious.
I don't have much to say. The glasses were a little hard to figure out. I really liked
The shading is nice.
the star was fun.
Yeah.
The one thing is maybe like the text. I had to learn or look at a cursive chart in order to do it all.
Yeah, I can't read cursive either, and I'm like, I also do want to say this. I think the color of the text is like not good. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. I feel like the words kind of blend together a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying. You'll see in the speed paint, I redid it so many times, and I'm still not happy with the result, but. Oh, I should.
I think it's good.
I should save a version without text. Yeah.
You should.
Alright. Option 2. Ooh. Oh, it's a GIF.
It is a GIF.
Aww.
I love it. The shooting star is so cute. The sleeping Jirachi is so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah, the GIF is loading now. The star is really good.
It's really good animation. I like how some of them flicker in and out. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's just adorable. I like the textures on the cloud.
I just realized Jirachi's holding the star. That's so cute.
It is. It's holding a little star.
I just realized that these are that's so I like it.
This is so adorable. Oh my gosh.
Now, one thing that you might classify as criticism is the fact that I experienced this problem as well. When you draw Jirachi with its like teardrop eyes, they can look like pupils, and it looks like it's making the Lenny face. And when I was drawing mine as well, I experienced the exact same issue. That's all I thought when I looked at this image for the first time. It was like,
so your eyes are
Lenny.
closed. That is a hint towards yours.
Maybe. I experimented with closed eyes in mine. I don't think I'm saying nothing. I experimented with closed eyes in mine. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, 2 criticisms I'd have. Like one thing, the shading in the cloud, I'm not sure what it is, but sort of like it seems less saturated than the rest of the cloud and it's messing with me. It's like black shading instead of like a deep purple or something. And the one other,
Yeah.
this is just a personal thing, is like to have Jirachi kind of match the rest of the piece, like a little lighter blue or something.
All I see is those Lenny face eyes. That's it. That's all I
Okay.
see. That's all I see. And... Oh wait, I'm supposed to be. Wait, am I allowed to swear?
I could put like a Sableye sound over it.
The Sableye Crayon. It'd be perfect.
But yeah, I don't know how they animated it, but the arch of the shooting stars are so cool, and the sprinkles, not sprinkles, sparkles,
Sprinkle.
sky sprinkles. That is my new name for stars. And the
They are
moon is
very
really
pretty.
good too.
Yeah. Also, if I suddenly disconnect, that's because the power goes out.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mentioned the issues with the electricity in this place.
Pat the Jirachi before moving on.
Pat.
And I don't have a guess for who this could be yet. Most of my guesses will be later on.
I'm gonna mute real quick because I'm about to drink a lot of water.
Holy.
There, I just chugged it. Oh, I chugged it too fast because.
Ugh.
Anyway, continue.
Option 3. Ooh, pixel art.
Yeah, I really liked the pixel art in this one. I like the fact that they had the belly eye open.
True. I hope there's more entries like that.
Can I spoil you a tad?
I'm guessing there's not.
There's 2 in
Ooh.
the contest. This and another one.
I really like the pixel gradient they did.
Oh, I didn't even notice the gradient, really.
Yeah, that's all.
It
looks like it's done by hand.
The I'm gonna actually talk about something that I think is like on my sort of end is I think this person uses a similar, if not the same art program I do, because the way that the pixels interact with each other is very similar to how my art program's pixel brush works.
Oh, yes.
And I obviously recently worked on it for something relating to your server.
Oh yeah. That looks really cool. I'll comment on that later.
I'm gonna pull up my own entry on my own computer just so I can like prepare so I sound natural when describing it.
I really like this swirl right here. I like the eyes.
I like the fact that they don't like they keep like there's it feels like there's no empty space, which is a good thing.
Oh yeah, like the composition is really good.
Yeah.
And the contrast between the blue and yellow is really good and puts the character like front and center. My 2 critiques would be that like my thought was band-aids. It's not that. The sticky notes.
No.
Or more like a teal than a blue. What?
What? Do you know? Bald.
Oh,
Jirachi looks bald. Um, Personally, I think it would look a lot better with kind of like minimal, not a lot, just minimal shading. Kind of, it
yeah.
feels a tad bit flat. I also don't like how inconsistent the line art is, because you will have certain things that are like, oh, the
Oh,
entire thing is like has a black outline, and then sometimes there's no outline, and it feels weird.
true. That the
Also,
Oh yeah, like there's no outline right here.
yeah, and also like the um are the wish papers,
Yeah, this
Jirachi's wish papers,
the band-aids.
the band-aids. Yeah, I think I also think, as much as I do like the background, I feel like more effort should have gone into it, because it feels kind of random a little bit.
I guess. I still really like it.
I like it. It's just the piece. It's not for me. I'm gonna be honest. Not for me.
Right. And I won't be recording who I vote for, by the way.
Oh yeah, fair.
Um, and my one other thing is something I realized learning pixel art myself. When there's like hard edges that you're trying to make curved, you remove like these on the wherever it makes a right angle. Like over here, you'd remove this one, and this one to make it curve more.
Yeah, that's exactly like some of the stuff that I said directly why I believe that this was made in like the exact same art program that I use. Because
Ah,
it you would kind of have to work with the. When did my cat get in the room? What are you doing here? There's a hole in the door. You can just walk through. You don't have to stare through the hole. Okay, so I might be interrupted by my cat randomly.
oh
Not my
yeah,
fault if it happens.
Nebula just climbed onto my lap and sat down.
Yeah, when I was going to draw, um, like earlier today, Oscar was like complaining very loudly because I wasn't giving him attention.
But yeah, I still love the contrast and the stars. He's not doing anything. Why are you hissing at him?
Why did
She's
Nebula? Who did Nebula hiss at?
no, my other cat, Poof, hissed at Nebula.
What?
He's just laying in my lap, and she's over on the side, and all of a sudden,
Why? This one's really good.
ooh,
I'm just gonna straight up say this one's really
oh
good. Is
goodness,
it Kirby vibes for real? For real?
yes, Kirby vibes.
I
I
I
love the colors.
the line art. The line art is
Yes, the
so
line
good.
art.
Did
Ooh.
I hold on? I guess I need to look at the drawings up close because I feel like I gain a better appreciation for them if I look at them up close.
I even like these extra lines in the line art.
It's like shading, but not. Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
the line art serves like as shading, and I really like it.
I love the colors so much. I'm a sucker for like bright colors. And the
I also like
pose is
the
really good.
moon and the to me.
The
I like
hands.
on a scale of 1 to 10, Jirachi is a 10 out of 10 baby in this picture, so
Yes.
automatically.
Hmm. Critique.
Can I have a critique. I
Yeah.
have two, but they're very small. The mouth is black, and like the line art is black, and it kind
Oh
of
yeah.
it stands out in a little bit of a bad way, because I'm like, again, inconsistency a little bit.
Ooh, I like how
Maybe,
the eyes are lineless.
yeah, I do like the eyes. What I don't like about the eyes is I think that the bottom white of the eyes blends into the bottom white of Jirachi's skin, so it
True.
kind of changes how Jirachi's eyes look, and it can kind of mess with your perception of what Jirachi's expression is at the moment. Other
Yeah,
than
it might have
that,
been good to have like a black outline around the eyes.
yeah.
One of my critiques was also about the mouth, but this is just a personal preference. That, like, open mouths, I'd prefer if there was a tongue and then the back of the mouth, but that's just a preference. And the other critique is I don't quite like how over here it's really blurred compared to, like, all of these. Again, that's like a personal preference, but that these get, like,
Yeah.
all blurry and these are sharp and in focus, even though it seems
You know
like
what?
these ones are farther away.
You know what I just realized that this reminds me of? It reminds me of like spray paint art, and that's why I think I like it.
Ooh. Oh,
Like
that's true.
graffiti almost.
Yeah, it has like a really good graffiti feel.
Yeah.
And I like how the pink sort of gives it more form, but it's not for me.
I
Like, I
quite like it the
understand
piece.
where it, like,
Yeah.
I know some people who use that to give more, like, depth to objects in their art. It's just not my personal favorite. I do like it on
Fair.
these, though. Like, the pink looks really good on this. Maybe if it
Yeah.
was how this shadow is sort of a purple gray, maybe if these matched the shadows, like if these had a sort of purple tint instead of a pink tint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't feel the same way, but fair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's okay that different people feel different about art.
Yeah.
And this is cool because we get two different opinions on it at once.
Yeah, get your opinion.
Oh, I see. Cool unknown. This is
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but just you have a certain, even with a different brush, you have a certain line style I recognize. Also, the shadows you use, like the same brush you use for shadows with our characters.
Stop pointing out the brushes.
Well, these are a different
So
brush than usual, and I actually
it
really
is.
like the texture on it.
It is a different brush than usual.
And yours is the other eye
Mm-hmm.
open one. I like the contrast of the yellow and purple, and also the fact that it's unknown. Wishmaker, yes. These patterns on the side are really, really cool as well.
Mm. Do you want to know what the direct inspiration for this art piece was?
Is it like the special Mew card?
Yeah, it was a special Mew card.
Yes.
And I was like, I made this the day before the contest was ending. I was like, oh, I'm just like, I need to draw something. And I was like, I could draw it like this. And I did. And I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something that it felt like it was like an ancient piece of like artwork you'd find in like a
Like
museum or something.
hieroglyphics.
Yes.
Ooh,
Like
I
that kind
also
of
like
thing.
these.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see, critique. Um, no mouth.
That
But that
was
also adds
intentional.
to the Yeah, I was about to say it adds to the
Yeah.
feel. It's like sort of hard to like force critique. Maybe that the two arms aren't the same length.
The hands do kind of suck.
No, the hands don't suck.
I
It's
will be
that
the
they're
first one.
different lengths compared. Like this is
They
right
are
next to the sticky
because
note. This one
I
has the
just
whole hand's
realized that
length.
they are moved. Well, the issue is that not only is the other arm longer, but the fingers are longer too. So it just makes the
Oh,
issue
true.
worse.
I'm sorry, I looked at this one and thought this was an eye and this was a mouth. Just, oh.
Drawing unknowns is really hard.
Oh, definitely. I had to do it.
The worst ones were like M, A, like and K. Those were the worst ones.
I really like the K. It turned out great.
Yeah.
Do you have any critique before we move on?
I wish I could. I don't
Haha,
like the
wish.
background. I do not like the background in this drawing. Even now, that was the last thing I made because I kept looking at like this is wrong, and I couldn't fix it. And I tried to do a background on it, and I'm still not satisfied with the background. If I could go back and change anything, it would be fixing that background. I just don't like it.
I think my idea, I do really like the purple. Maybe if instead of fog, it was like one solid color and then have like a slightly darker one, just a gradient up and down.
Maybe,
Like
but
right here and right here.
I think that could have worked. Maybe, but
Like a gradient on all sides. So it doesn't
yeah.
like take away from the line art, but adds to it. Like it adds contrast, but isn't a solid color either.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is my own critique is that I would definitely go back and do that background better. I would also change the color of the border slightly. Not a lot, but
Yeah.
slightly, because it's too dull.
Yeah, I also noticed that. Just
And that was
slide up the saturation.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to give it the dull appearance, and I was like, yeah, I did that. And then I was like, but should I have done that? You know? But yeah, it's the border. Oh, my microphone almost fell. It's the border and the background. Those were the two things I would probably go back and change.
Right. For me, it's definitely my text, but I also wanted to update the background if I had time.
But I really like how that piece turned out.
Number 6, if it will load.
Number 6 is just mine. That's it.
Yours is number 6 too.
Oh my god! I submitted it 3 billion times.
Ooh. Now to wait for it to load in the next piece. It's
Yeah.
really good art. The internet needs to handle it. Immediately, I love the textures.
Yes. It reminds me of like a children's book. Like,
Yes, like
that type
brown
of
bear,
thing.
brown bear. What do you see?
Yes, like
And
that
like
type
hungry
of thing.
caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so cool.
Jirachi do be Susan.
A
I'm gonna
little
look it on
ooh.
my PC because all I see is pixels right now.
A little ooh.
Oh, I just
That's
noticed
adorable. I like how, like, the sort of, like, grainy, painterly brushes around it, and then the soft, painted
Yeah,
texture.
I was about to comment on too. I was gonna comment that, like, yeah, I like how Jirachi is, like, soft.
Yes, and how like the bright saturation on the background contrasts with like the sort of pastel soft feel here.
Yeah. The background is really cool. I keep saying, but I really like this background.
Yes, it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. Now, can I begin critique?
Yeah.
Controversial? I don't think the background fits this piece. I think it's a cool background. I just don't think it fits. I think
Valid.
it just something about it doesn't feel right, if that makes any sense. I think
It's like a
maybe
harsh dream versus a soft sleep.
yeah. And I also again slight personal preference. It feels like it almost feels like there's too much like open space. And
Right.
I honestly kind of get that because of how complicated the background is. But I don't I saw this piece and I was like, that background, it looks cool. I like the background. It just doesn't fit with this piece of artwork.
It kind of reminds me more of the Entei movie than the Jirachi one. I don't know why. Like the
Yeah.
one with all of the unknown, sort of the dreamscapes that the unknown would make up.
To be fair, we did just pass one artwork that had unknown in it.
True.
Yeah, I did a triple. I referenced 3 movies, technically.
Ooh.
I referenced the promotional Ancient Mew card, which was promotional for the first movie. I mentioned I had the unknown for the Entei movie, and then I have Jirachi for the movie where Jirachi's over everyone.
Oh my goodness, my cat chewed on my computer and there's actual dents in my keyboard. There's
No.
little teeth marks. Anyway, my small critique for this would be this is like a personal preference and stuff. That looks like they shaded with black. So it makes the white sort of grayish and makes the yellow muddy and stuff. Looks a little bit better on the red, but still makes
Yeah.
using black shading makes things more dull. Oh, I do like the glow around it. I also forgot to mention that.
Yeah. I think without the glow, it'd be a catastrophically worse piece.
Yeah, it also makes it contrast from the background more.
Yeah, that's why it'd be a catastrophically worse piece.
I still love the uwu.
I love the uwu.
And
On a
now
scale
I'm
of
confused. Because, yeah, that so many people are
it's not
drawing the things as like a bright sky blue, baby blue, and they're like a teal. Maybe that's just because I color picked right from the reference. See if. And it was like that in older generations too, so. Maybe?
it also might just be
Oh!
like
In the original, it was like a dark blue. And then in
yeah.
Diamond and Pearl, it changed to teal. Okay,
It
yeah.
might just be like people not like picking off of the reference, just like using the color that fits their artwork the best.
Yeah, that's possible. Alright. And number 7.
just realized we've seen so many of each other's artworks that like our artworks are so easy to identify to each other now.
I can already say I adore the bubbles. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
and the rest loaded in. Oh,
okay, so
oh
you can
that.
choose if you want. This one is my absolute favorite of the entirety. It is so good. I love it. The colors are
Oh,
so good.
the
The
bubbles.
bubbles, vibe, the everything. It's so good.
The
It's
contrast
so
of the
good.
teal and purple. Oh my
So good.
goodness.
So good.
Oh, I love this
It's
so much.
so good.
The texture.
It's so good.
The way these the sticky notes like oh the way they flip. Oh my goodness. Who
It's
drew
so good.
this? The the two the reflective light
It's so good.
painterly feel the forms
It's so
the
good.
glowing bubbles.
I knew. Listen, this is so good.
I'm
No
gonna cry.
critique,
I
to be
love this so
honest.
much. Oh my goodness, critique. If I had to force critique this head bobble thing, the shading on it, just right here, seems wonky. I don't know if I had to force critique.
My first critique is the elbow, not the shoulder closest to us is shaded a little weirdly. Little, just a
Oh, the
little
shoulder.
low.
Yeah, I was like elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, I misspoke. I was trying to remember what the word was.
But oh my goodness, look at it as a full as well. Oh,
It's it's so good.
oh. the 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 summary of this piece is groaning in awe.
It's so good.
the the depth, the composition, the flow of the piece through the bubbles. Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh. And
these
there's
are
a
probably
tiny
one of
tear. Oh, the
I
bubbles are
just
tears. The bubbles are tears.
oh that's oh I
Oh my
feel
goodness.
you
Oh.
should probably warn like the people watching that I'm very blunt when it comes to artwork and everything. Though I just realized halfway through.
Oh, you're all good. I may just, instead of splitting up by critique and not critique, I might just split it up by entry. Or just post the whole video, who knows?
Posting the whole video might be easier, but you still have to bleep out all of the times I swear.
But yeah, this is just, yes. Yes,
It is really good.
please. I love it. I want this as a phone background.
You should ask them when the thing's over. Like, hey, can I
You're
use
like,
this?
please.
Please, uwu.
Right, here's number 8. I can say I like the expression
I do like the expression.
and the pose.
The pose is very nice.
I
Can I
also
move on to
like.
critique?
Oh,
No, you go on to the stars, and then I'll move on to critique.
I like the stuff in the background, how it sort of makes an arch around Jirachi.
Oh,
Jirachi.
I didn't notice. Jirachi.
Jirachi.
I didn't notice that. That's actually quite nice.
And that it has a tongue, but that's just a personal preference. I like that.
Tongue. It has tongue.
Yes, it has tongue. And eyebrows, but that's also just a personal preference because, like, no Pokemon have eyebrows.
Yeah, I noticed you do, like, in the sketch for my thing, even though, like, my Sableye's eyes are just pure white, you gave him eyebrows anyway.
you put it on the final.
I did put on the final because I realized it does look a little weird without eyebrows in your style.
Alright, critique.
The body is very weird. Like,
Like more humanoid.
yeah, it's way too human for my preference. It looks, it's too human.
Right.
I also kind of don't get the background. I kind of get it, but again, I don't feel like the background fits the artwork, you know? I feel like I
Yeah,
would like this artwork a lot more if it was a different background.
it sort of reminds me of a mixture between like a snowscape and a show stage.
Yeah,
Like if it
Stokes.
had curtains or something.
Yeah, sure. I can't speak anymore. A show stage is definitely what I thought of when I saw this image. I just realized
Oh
that
yeah.
I've critiqued 3 people's backgrounds, and one of them was mine. I guess I really like backgrounds and art.
I do like the
Oh,
texture of the shading.
yeah.
Oh, and this is something I'm noticing. It's that the line art is thicker around the outside. That's something
Oh, yeah.
I've started in my own art, and I really like it here too.
Yeah. I just. The body is too human. It's too human, and I
Yeah, that has like actual legs instead of feet stumps.
nubs. Yeah, don't. This is not a direct insult to the artist who made this. I like it. I just like it weirds me out a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
One
Listen,
final
any
critique from me, besides like it being blue, that's something I've realized is in a lot of the artwork. The eye things are supposed to be blue. I realize that, but the sticky notes.
yeah.
The last one is that the back of the mouth could be darker than the tongue, but that's also
Yeah.
personal preference. I do
And
really like the eyes, like the cartoony look.
yeah, I do like it. I'm just second disclaimer, if I criticize your artwork, it is not because if I say I do not like your artwork, it's not an attack against you. I'm a very opinionated and blunt person. I'm sorry.
And I haven't scrolled down yet, but I think I know whose this is. Dogs?
That is definitely dog style.
Yes. I love
So
when you
my
can recognize
preference,
a friend's style.
yeah, I do want to ask Dog about the creepy pasta eyes though.
Yeah, why are the eyes red?
Listen,
I
I
do feel
like
like
the
he did that
background.
on purpose. Oh
He
yeah, the
did.
background's cool.
I like the background and I like Jirachi. I think the eye is in a weird place proportionally,
Oh,
like
like
the
this
belly
one?
eye. The
Oh, the
belly
belly
eye.
eye.
But I really like the background. I like Earth.
You like how
Earth is
it's
cool.
like filled out? Oh yeah, I like Earth.
Yeah, Yeah, so like the little like Mars planet over there is very small.
Small. Have you seen the moon?
I did see the moon. It's a pebble,
I love Pebble Moon.
but like critique. Why is it creepypasta eyes?
I feel like he did that on purpose. I
God,
don't
he
know
did that on
why,
purpose.
because he also
I
made
don't know
the
why.
eye marks red.
Yeah, that's why it's creepypasta eyes, because it's like the stereotypical thing where it's like, and I looked
Like
at
bloody
Sonic the
tears.
Hedgehog. Yeah, with like, yeah, I looked at Sonic the Hedgehog, and he had black eyes with red pupils, and he was crying blood. You know, it's a stereotypical
Yeah.
thing. And that's like immediately what I thought when I looked at that image.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely did that on purpose. We'll
I
have to
don't know
ask
why though.
him what.
Yeah. Dog, why'd you make Jirachi spoopy? I know it's October, but
It's also really cute, Spoopy.
it's really cute spoopy though.
I would keep this
It
in my
looks
room and then be afraid that I did.
it looks like that if I were to pick up the Jirachi, put it on the ground and squish it, and make like a squeaky toy noise. It'd be like
A squeaky toy noise and then evil laughter.
yeah.
But yeah, I still really
I
like it.
like it. I just creepy pasta eyes confuse me.
Ooh. Oh, that's cute.
I love love this one.
It's so adorable.
It's so
I
cute.
I adore how the orange is shaded. Like the orange and yellow highlights and oh,
Entire thing is shaded.
true. Like the blues. But I especially
Yeah.
love when like yellow is shaded with orange instead of like black or blue. It just makes it pop so much more.
Yeah.
The
He's so cute.
expressions. I love the
This
texture
one
of the
looks like
liner.
that it would. Yes, this one also looks like it'd make like a squeaky toy noise, but when you squished it, it's like head.
Pet, 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 pet.
Yes, this Jirachi is very baby. 10 out of 10.
I also love like the gradient on the
Yeah,
line art.
yeah, I really like this piece.
Shading, the textures, the composition.
Yeah.
My
I
critique
have.
would be sort of like the black patches. Maybe a purple
I
instead.
actually do not mind those. My critique is I think the ground goes from detailed to single color way too quickly.
Oh yeah, like over here.
Yeah, and it just it's a little bit jarring. I think you needed a slightly more detail on the ground. Other than that,
Like a
I
little
really
grass.
like it. Yeah, yeah, like a little grass. Yeah.
Like these. Over here.
Mm-hmm.
I like the shines everywhere. The expression.
Jirachi
Even
looks.
even the little chin. It has a chin.
Oh, Jirachi looks a little goopy, and I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
Yes. Like the shapes.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't have a chance to draw it. I forgot that Jirachi had like a sort of arm flap.
it does. I just thought it had like it wore I wore like a thing. I just thought that it wore a thing.
Maybe it's part sugar glider.
I just thought it had like cloak flaps. I guess.
I do really like the like shapes in this piece, like the sticky notes and
It goes
just
off model in the right ways, if that makes any sense.
Yes, definitely.
I like how neither of us mentioned there's a Luma right there.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was Mario or Kirby, but
No, that's a Luma.
I don't know
That's
enough about
probably
either.
Well, the reason I'm saying Luma is there's no Kirby enemy that looks like that, and that looks like how the person who drew that Jirachi would draw Luma, if that makes any sense.
What if it's like a meteor? Probably isn't, but that was my thought of what
Meteor
Pokemon could
is
that be?
it's a shiny transforming Ditto in the sky.
But yeah, my favorite part of this piece is definitely the orange shading.
I like Goop Jirachi.
Goop
Which
Jirachi
sounds
in a
like
positive way.
Yeah, it sounds like an insult, but I love Goop Jirachi.
Ooh. This is like a PMD
Yeah,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I'm gonna be honest, this feels like, to some degree, like an official promo art that would be released as a Jirachi card.
Ooh, true.
Like, I feel like you would get this as, like, card art for, like, a new Mystery Dungeon game coming out with, like, a Jirachi event.
I love the composition.
It is so good.
It flows really well, and having like the rock blurry here, the rock like sharp right here, and like the effects. I really like the sticky notes. Makes them look like holographic.
Yeah. What I really, really like about this art is that it feels like Jirachi is this mythical encounter. It feels like it is this
Ooh.
mythical that is completely and utterly just a mystery myth. And it feels like a magical encounter, which is why I love it.
Like encountering a unicorn in the real world.
Yes, exactly. Because what the hell is the Bidoof gonna be like? Oh my god, there's a Jirachi right there.
I also like how they didn't go with a single shading color. Like on the yellow, you can tell it's like an orange and brown, but on the white, it's like a purple. And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I love the capes. Like the sparkles, just
I
yes.
called them like the ribbon things.
Yeah, ribbons. I couldn't think of a name, so I just said capes. Like how these are apparently band-aids.
Yeah.
Just the
Someone
form in
got the
general.
post on Jirachi.
Sort of highlight in the cave in the background. Right, critique.
I got him. The Bidoof is it looks a little weird, question mark? Like
I like the cheek.
the side flute feels like it should be forward a little bit more instead
Oh,
of like
like
right up
over
against the
here.
body. Yeah. And that's it.
And I don't know if that's their
Solid.
signature.
It might be a reference to the Mystery Dungeon games. I don't know. I don't play them.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Just really, really good. Shiny.
It's really, really good. Speaking of Mystery Dungeon, I need to like make those custom like Honey and Sableye Mystery Dungeon sprites.
Ooh.
I I need to edit those sprites and have us become Mystery Dungeon characters.
Mystery Dungeon 5.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
I like the colors.
This feels like an art piece I would make.
I like the pink. We've seen mostly like purple and blue, but I like the pink galaxies.
Yeah. The background's very nice.
Yeah, I know I was upset about like blurriness earlier, but it works really well in contrast with like the clearness of Jirachi.
Yeah.
And look at the mouth! It's 2 different colors!
Alright. On to critique. We have another
Oh.
case of the closed eye looks like a Lenny face.
But that's just design.
I know.
My
That's my
thing
issue
would
with
be the
Jirachi.
other marking being so low on the face over here.
Well, I think that's because, like,
The
the
eye is
eye is
open.
open. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
that's
does look a
possible.
little weird. I think the shading. I'm sorry, I thought I was heard Oscar moving around. The shading is a little bit weak. I think would be or smudgy. Like it feels like they shaded with like black and white.
Yeah, I could see
Almost.
that. Maybe like more contrast.
Yeah. I think with this style, cell shading would be a lot better. I know that's not,
Oh
I
yeah.
recommend it. I just think cell shading would work really good here.
Yeah, with these types of lines.
Yeah.
My
The
one other
telescope
thing would
not
be
sound the best.
I like how
Yeah,
the
so
background is blurry, but I think it could be clear in the telescope here. And
it would
that
also
would
be cool
bring
if
a
like
lot to the piece.
yeah, it would also be cool if there was like an object in the telescope, like you
Ooh,
could
like a
see.
planet.
Yeah.
Jirachi pets.
Yeah. You didn't pet my Jirachi.
I'm sorry, I've only pet like 3. I've forgotten.
You keep
Here,
forgetting to
extra
pet the
pats, and it will carry over to all of them.
astral project the pats the other
Here,
ones.
pat it on the telescope, and it'll send it throughout the universe.
Perfect. To be fair, my Jirachi doesn't look like it wants to be pet. It looks like it wants to
It would bite.
destroy. It is scary.
Okay, so
This
we all
wants
know
to
this is Steve.
I don't know Steve's style, but Steve has a good style. Oh wait, Steve, the eye is open in this one. I lied to you.
Oh, yeah, third
I did
eye.
not notice that.
There's Arceus.
What?
There's Arceus in the corner.
Hold on, I need to pull up the own version of this image. Hold on.
Top right. Shiny
Oh my god,
Mew.
there is. That's so good. I love this art style. I love this art. I love the fact a shiny Mew is there because my original concept was that Jirachi would make Pokemon shiny as like a wish maker thing where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you
Aww.
all of your shiny. But I was like, obviously, I made it the day beforehand. I'm like, I don't have time to draw that.
I've also realized there's been shiny Mews a lot more recently in most of his work. I wonder if it's becoming like a trademark.
Yeah, I love all of the Clefairies.
Yeah, the Clefairy everywhere.
I love, I love,
Amazing
I love.
composition and line art and really clean. I love like the green like sort of gradient. Like it's teal and it's like lighter up here and you can tell in the clouds too.
Yeah,
Did
I
little
have
smile?
your smile. Don't forget to pet.
Pet, pet, pet.
I have one critique, and I think the cropping is weird. I think the fact that it crops off the top of Jirachi's head is a little weird.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I'm glad you're here because I always find it very hard to critique Steve's art.
Nah, I'm here. I'm here to beat Steve up for
Metaphorically.
No, I'm driving to Steve's house.
That would be
Now,
very
as we
hard.
speak, on call.
You have to go all the way across the ocean. I don't think you can drive there.
You can't tell me what to do.
You drive underwater.
No, I was thinking I'd drive under the water.
That's what I just said.
I used to drive on.
No. One thing I really like is how like the line art sort of blends into the background here, and the sticky notes like blend into the ocean here.
I also like how they know when to use a different colored line art.
Yes,
Apparently,
definitely.
my microphone did not like what I just said because it landed on my keyboard and muted. But I like it. I really like it. Everyone is very eepy.
Very eepy, sleepy, dozy. I
Very
like
cute.
the orange around the Z here.
Yeah, that was my comment of knows when to use different colored line art.
Yes, definitely.
I think that's it for me.
I think that was it was the last one.
That is the last one. Did it save all my answers? It did. So I just have to say yes and I answer them.
What's the sort of like goodbye thing we could say?
Um, what is a good I don't know.
Jirachi gets all the pats.
Jirachi does get all the pats.
Remember, pat your Jirachi daily.
Pat your pat your daily Jirachi.
Yes. Alright, goodbye.
Goodbye.